Hey guys, Mark the Guitar Guy here. We're going to be doing a very, reasonably modern song by a band called Mumford and Sons called Little Line Man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sing just a little bit of the song for you so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll get right into it, analysing how we do it. So it's quite a fast song. Weep for yourself, my man, you'll never be what it is in your heart. Weep, little line man, you're not as brave as you were at the start. Rake yourself and rake yourself, take all of the courage you have left, wasting on fixing all the problems that you made in your own head. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time. Didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear? Hey, well, that was quite an intense song to start off with, but for this song, it's going to be really, really important for you to have really good right hand technique, or your strumming technique to be very good. So some tips to start off with when you're doing this song. We are playing fast, very fast rhythm, which I'll show you in a second. So the idea is to play fast. If you've seen my stuff before, to play fast, like normally when we strum, we have a radius, we'll call that a radius of our strumming arm. We strum it quite big and quite deep. We're going to make it very, very small. The smaller your strumming radius, the quicker you'll go, because normally we're like this. By making it smaller, we can be quite feathery. Another thing to think about is your picking technique, how you hold a pick, because this is very important. You need to hold a pick for this one, and to have a very light pick. I've got a very hard pick for this one, but only because I'm advanced and I can handle holding a hard pick and play very lightly. I'm just used to it. However, if you're starting out, use a very light pick. What I mean by that is something quite grippy, that's very flexible, and that'll help you a lot with the strumming. Okay, so what I'm doing to start with, we're going to analyse that strumming pattern. So what it is, I'm going to slow it right down and make it quite reasonably big to start with, and then we'll make it faster and you'll hear the actual pattern. So the right hand, what we're going to do is we're going to have our fingers over the strings, and we're going to go over that right hand pattern. And it's like a down, down, up, down, up, which is this rock strum, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, but very small and fast, okay? So we're going to do that, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, just speeding it up. Okay, bigger again, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Now what's happening there is I'm playing the top part of the chord first for the down, and then down, up, down, up is on the bottom strings. So I'm working my way across the strings to make it dynamically sound different, which gives this that sort of effect happening over the chord. So if I just played like a G chord, okay, so that speed is happening from the relaxed suppleness of the right hand, making it narrow, very, very narrow radius, but also I'm using quite a lot of my little finger as an anchor point on the guitar. See, it's kind of, it's rubbing along on the scratch plate of my guitar. And it comes from the elbow, actually. That strumming pattern doesn't come from the wrist, it comes from the elbow with a lot of relaxation. Okay, so that's very fast. So you don't have to do it that fast, we can do it really slowly. And the strong beats for that are the first beat and the first upstroke. Okay, down and up. Those down, the first up are the bits we want to accent, and that'll help also make the rest of the pattern really cool. So the rest of that strum needs to be quite quiet, like, hear how feathery those other notes are. Okay, so that's the first thing, getting the right hand right and correct. So, and then we need to figure the chords out. Now, I've done this in my own key because I've got a lower voice, so I've lowered everything now. So it's a bit of a different key. It should be quite cool though. I like it because it uses the open strings of the guitar a lot more. So I do it in the key of C sharp minor, which is also the key of E. And I'm using the shapes that I use. I call them the Dave Matthews shapes. I learnt these shapes for the song Crash by Dave Matthews, and I think I've mentioned this song before to you. If you haven't heard it, it's a beautiful song and it's got the coolest guitar chord shapes in it. And I'll be going in depth on how to use those shapes another time as well. So it's a very, very cool way of playing. But I'm going to go over how I do this. So the first chord we're going to do is a C sharp minor. There's two places I play this chord. There's one down here. I'm going to show you the basic version first. Now the picking for this, or the tab for this, is nothing on the top string, so nothing on the 6th string. We've got 4, 2, 4, 0, 0. Once again, 4, 2, 2, 4, 0, 0. And the fingers I'm using, the 3rd finger's playing the 4, the 2 that's my 1st finger playing that, and my little finger's playing the other 4. So it's only three notes we're holding down. That's for the C sharp minor, okay? Beautiful chord. And then the other chord, so when we're playing that, we try not to hit the top string in this particular version of it, and then we play an E chord. Now the E, our little finger stays in the same position, and the picking for that is 0, sorry, the tab for that, 0, 2, 2, 4, 0, 0. Now the 2, 2, you'll notice my 1st finger's flat, sort of flat, it's kind of a bit of an angle, and it's right up against the fret, really important, and it's pushing down 2 strings at the same time. If you've never done that before, it's a little bit tricky when you start. You don't want to flatten it like a bar chord because then you're going to stop the bottom 2 strings from ringing. You need to just have an angle and aim between the 2 strings, and you should get that chord down, no worries. Okay, so that's one version of those 2 chords. So the C sharp minor with that pattern we were doing, down, down, up, down, up. Do 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the E chord. Now with the E chord, we've got that nice deep ringing E at the top, so I've got all the strings to use. So there's no strings we have to worry about missing. Whereas a C sharp minor, we need to aim for that bass note. So otherwise we're going to hit the top string, go, and that's noisy, isn't it? Okay, and then 4 of the E. So that's one version of that. The other version, which is the one I really like, now this one's a lot higher, so you might have to look at that one. So just make sure you can see that okay. We've got the picking for this one, or the tab for this one I should say, is 9, 11, 9, 11, 0, 0. When you first try this chord, it's a little bit difficult because of the way we're holding our 1st finger flat, but just make sure you get the top note is the most important one, which is the C sharp note, which is that 1st finger, which is the 9. So 9, 11, 9, 11, 0, 0. 2 zeros at the bottom, really important. That's the C sharp minor we're doing. And the E is really simple. We just lift our 1st finger off and we put it down on the 9 individually. So the top string rings and that becomes our E note. So it becomes 0, 11, 9, 11, 0, 0. Again, so 1st chord is 9, 11, 9, 11, 0, 0. The next one is 0, 11, 9, 11, 0, 0. Okay? And I really like those chords because they've got like a 9th sound to them. And there's a lot of 9th frets in there as well. You can do lots of dynamic things with that. Did you hear how I lifted that and brought it down again? That's just the strength of how I'm strumming it. I'm lightly strumming it and then I'm bringing it up like a swell, like a wave, and then I'm bringing it back down again like this. So you can get a lot of drama out of those chords, and that's all the right hand, guys. It's so simple. The right hand stuff is where it's all at. So those 2 chords are pretty much the main part of the song. So if we do the intro for that, it's pretty much all we're doing is those 2 chords. So you choose, it's up to you which one you want to do, whether you do the C sharp minor and E down here, or whether you do the C sharp minor and E down here. You can use both, experiment with both of them. They're both great chords. So I'm going to do the higher one because I just like it up here. So that's just going through those 2 chords 4 times through that pattern. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. That's the intro, and the same for the verse. Weep for yourself, my man. Okay, you can sort of see where that comes from now. Now it repeats again. Not as brave as you were at the start. Now the next part. There's different ways we can play this. We're going to go to the next chords are going to be B, A, and then we'll do like a rundown and then to an E. So I'll show you how I do that. So the B chord. So these are the Dave Matthews chords we were talking about earlier. 2, 4, 4, 0, 0. And I'm just hitting the B chord. 2, 3, 4. Then I'm hitting an A chord, which is going to be 0, 2, 4, 0, 0. I'm missing the top string out each time. So the B. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to an E chord, which we've already covered. Okay, you can hear how they ring together really nicely. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Or we can do the run down to the E. So we go B, 2, 3, 4, A. Then we just hit it on the top string with my third finger. I'm playing the one note, the 4th fret on the bass string, which is the E string, 4th fret, 2nd fret, and then to the E chord, which sounds like 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that a little bit slower. So B for a bar or for 4 beats. 2, 4, A, 2, then 3, which is 4, 2, 0 on the tab. And the 0 is actually the open chord. So 4, 2, and then the chord. I'm just going through the whole chord. Or you can strum a little bit like. Do that also, and I'm just keeping the right hand strumming there. The tick tock, remember the tick tock needs to be continuous. Okay, that's all that is. There's another way of doing that, but I think we'll stick with that because that's kind of cool down there. The next part is the chorus. Simple. What we're doing is a C sharp minor, and we can do a quick one. We can go. Which is a C sharp minor, A, E, and how I did that was just a simple strum, and I stop it straight away, a stopping technique, which is just using the palm of my hand to come straight down on the guitar and stop the strings from ringing after I've strummed it. So karate chop, A and an E. Not your fault but mine, and I let the E ring. Short, maybe short and long. 2, 3, 4. Short chord, long chord. Same again with the C sharp minor, A to the E. Tonight, my dear. On the dear is a B chord, so use the B open chord. And then simply we get back into the groove. Tonight, my dear. And the song races off. Pretty simple. That is pretty much the whole song. I mean, there's a little section at the end of the song, which is pretty simple, which we can go into now if you'd like. It's using the same chords or the same shapes, just in a different order. So we've got a B, E to an A, and the A is for twice as long. So same strum and everything, but very feathery. B, E, A. And it just builds up and builds up, maybe gets more strong, like more driving. I'm just making the 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. That's really cool for getting the crowd up and running, getting into it, and then you just stop it. And it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. So that sort of stuff. You can hear the groove coming out of there quite strongly. So there we have it, Mumford & Sons, Little Line Man. Technical song, but it's really all about that right hand rhythm and some of those cool shapes with the left hand. Now, if you like that lesson, if you enjoyed that lesson, there's going to be lots more songs, more modern songs, more classic songs coming at you. Then do subscribe. If you really like my style of teaching, or you'd like to maybe contact me personally, the best way to do that is to go to jamorama.com, and you've got access to all my videos and my fundamental stuff. I reckon every guitarist needs to have some fundamental, like a strong roots of the tree, if you will, into the ground for guitar, so that you can be confident and really enjoy your guitar playing. And when you have that, all this stuff just adds on top so easily. So if that sounds like you, go and check it out. Otherwise, look forward to my next video. Mark the Guitar Guy. Catch you later.